I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Can you guys hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Look, we're trying out new things. All kinds of things are happening behind the scenes to make sure that this show, our weekly recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac, goes on without an issue. All right? All right, everyone. Shout out to everyone that's already in the chat. Shout out to the King's Guard. Shout out to the channel members. Shout out to our subscribers. We appreciate you. It is a subscribers only live chat. All right? Let me know where you're watching from. And also, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other channels that look and cover similar situations, okay? Come on. All right, we have a lot to break down and a lot to talk about, including some Real Housewives of Dubai news, okay? All right, so we had some breaking news about the Real Housewives of Dubai earlier today. If you follow me on TikTok and if you follow me on other social media, then you know that that information we already kind of gave you back in December. All right. So let's break this down before we get into the Real Housewives of Potomac. This will give people opportunities to get into the room. All right. Let me just bring this up because I have all my stuff here, y'all. All right. All right. Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. So I told you back in December, word on the street is that the Real Housewives of Dubai is going to start filming in February. I'm still hearing that according to multiple sources that they're going to start filming in February. February is Wednesday. Just saying. So I'm not surprised that finally the confirmation that someone from the cast was not returning. And that someone was Nina Ali. So you remember Nina Ali from the the only season of The Real Housewives of Dubai. Well, she took to her social media to confirm the news. But you see what I said back in December? I said word on the streets, season 2 of The Real Housewives of Dubai begins filming in February. And possibly not everyone is returning. And you saw the gift that I used. So some of you suspected, some of you did not like Nina. I was actually looking forward to her coming back so I could see the finishing of this renovation. You remember when we recapped Dubai, I was like, okay, Nina, you sold me. I need to see the finishing touches of this whole situation. And now we're not going to get it. However, hear me out. We might get it. Before we get to that, why I think we might get it. Let's talk about some other things, okay? So Nina made the announcement on her social media earlier today, confirming the news. And this confirms for me that Dubai is going to start filming soon. The fact that she's releasing this information now is because, we're going to start to hear, oh, she's not filming, she's not a part of the cast, we don't see her, oh, I guess she's not coming back. So she took to her social media earlier today to post this message confirming the news. So Nina Ali from The Real Housewives of Dubai posted this on her Instagram saying, "It was an honor to be a part of the debut season of The Real Housewives of Dubai and to help Bravo TV bring this beloved franchise to the city I call home. I'm grateful to the network, Andy Cohen, and the team at Truly Original for welcoming me into this extended family and for embracing the diversity of riches Dubai has to offer. 2023 has already brought many exciting opportunities my way, including an emerging new business, new home, and new adventures. So for now, I'll be moving my attention away from the show to allow myself the space to focus on new challenges. I wish my fellow housewives all of the best moving forward. I'll be cheering you on." All right? Someone said, bye, French fry. You know what, Chandler? So if you watch the season of Dubai, then you kind of have an idea of what Chandler's talking about there. Okay? I'm not surprised. I already told you. Cast changes. Possibly new people. And I know a lot of you thought it was going to be Caroline Brooks. I'm sure Caroline is also taking a sigh of relief now that all those rumors about her not returning, she's going to... And I know who you're thinking. Oh, Sarah coming back? There was rumors that Sarah wasn't coming back. I told you, that's not who I heard. There were rumors that Lisa Milan wasn't coming back. I was like, that's not what I heard. But before we are done with the whole Nina situation, we have to talk about a possible crossover between Real Housewives of Dubai and the Real Housewives of Dubai and Dubai Bling. So I'm minding my business, not really, minding other people's business. And I discover, first of all, I see in the comment section of her post, Nina's post, one of the Dubai Bling stars, Ibrahim. You know, we talked about him a lot during the season.
How you doing?
Yeah, come on. We talked about him a lot. Mind you, at the same time, I was getting tea about Dubai Bling in my DMs over the weekend. And I was like, oh, well, we'll see if Dubai Bling even comes back. Now I wanted to come back because I think Nina could go on Dubai Bling. What do you guys think? I know some of you think she's boring, but look, I felt like she brought balance to that cast. But she also has a pretty, big life. One big life, I say I want to see the renovation. To be honest with you, selfish. But I find out that Ibrahim claims that if it wasn't for Nina, he would not be a part of the Dubai Bling cast. Okay, for those that don't remember Ibrahim. Okay, let me bring up Ibrahim. So he posted this like 3 weeks ago on his social media saying, Nina Ali is the reason why I'm on Dubai Bling. I will never forget your kindness. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and may God bless everyone you love. Really? Like, that was so random to me. And the fact that I was able to gather all that information, I wonder if there's going to be a new season. Word on the street, according to sources, allegedly, the reason why the Real Housewives of Dubai did not get a confirmation of when their new season was going to start was because of issues that were presented because of Dubai Bling. Was it the coffee scene? Was it the coffee scene? If you didn't watch Dubai Bling on Netflix, then you don't know what I'm talking about. But that coffee scene was something else, and we were all shocked that they would even show that in Dubai. Just saying. But now we're on the street. Everything's a go for the Real Housewives of Dubai and filming for this February coming up. Ibrahim, I hear you got new love in your life. He's cute. Oh. Anyways, moving on. Oh my gosh. All right. Seven says it was definitely the coffee scene. Yeah, it was. It was. Latasha said, what happened with the coffee? You have to go watch the episode of Dubai Bling on Netflix. They're not paying me, but at this point they should. That was truly an accident. That coffee scene on Dubai Bling was terrible. I was so shocked. I felt so bad for the Queen of Versace. I felt so bad for her. She was like cornered in her little pocket office. We talked about Dubai Bling. Just Google Schmoogle. Okay, Google Schmoogle when we've talked about it. All right. Let me just do something, guys. Hold on. I am going to get to Super Chats in just a second. I have already almost 1,000 people in the building, so I need to slow down the chat because I want to be able to see all of your comments and whatnot. Okay? Hold on, y'all. Let me just slow down chat just a little bit, guys, because it's a lot. We have mods, but at the same time, I'd like to see what you guys are saying. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. We appreciate that. We also have a sponsor for this video today, and we'll get into that in just a second. All right. See, you caught that? See, you caught that? Not the pocket. It was, though. We talked about it, though. All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. So I didn't know that crossover with Dubai. Nina is not coming back to the Real Housewives of Dubai. Maybe she'll come back on Dubai Bling. All these people in Dubai know each other. Dubai is not that big. A lot of these folks have been hanging out on the off season. We had a lot of crossover between Real Housewives of Dubai and Dubai Bling. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Nina on Dubai Bling. Do you want to see her on Dubai Bling? Maybe. All right. I can't believe it's Monday. All right. Let's get into this episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. So before we get into the actual episode, there is tea to break down. So you may recall on Watch What Happens Live last night, Candace was asked about Deborah. You remember her. You remember Deborah. Come on. You remember her. Well, apparently, Deborah and her husband are speaking out on social media. So let's see what they posted on social media. Shout out to our friends over at RHOA_RHOP on Instagram. So apparently, Deborah's husband does not appreciate what Bravo is doing to his wife on the show. Because you saw that they posted this very similar picture on the latest episode when they were talking about, the flirtation allegations. So Christopher, his name is Christopher, as you guys already know, he posted this on his socials. He says, confused at why RHOP, all right, keeps choosing to highlight the worst of Deb, hitting pause in 4K and seeing a lot of other not so flattery images, and the ratings are up though. I guess that's what matters. My patience is wearing thin, but her battle armor is getting tougher. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. So Deborah decided to take to her Instagram story, okay? And she weighed in on what Candace had to say about her, referring to her as Cookie Monster on Watch What Happens Live. So Deborah posted on her Instagram story saying, and adding the real Candace, be sure to keep this same energy when you see me in person, which will be soon. And you and C. Bassett both wish y'all could eat this Cookie Monster goddess realness. Hashtag breakfast is served. I'm sorry. Deborah, you're going out sad. You are so desperate to be on this show. Data posted a picture of her in a blue dress, and he said she was ready for the reunion. And I said, Data, shut up. Stop playing with me with this stupidness. You are so sad, and you are so desperate, and you are so thirsty. You were wrong. And you were wrong, especially is she married? As a married person, to be making these types of allegations with no grounds, and you look like a fool. You look like a fool. And you keep looking like a fool. What do you expect Candace to do? What do you expect her to do? To like you? To reference you in the best way possible when you've made allegations which have been proven on the show as a lie? Why am I yelling? Deborah, you're sad. Get out of here. I don't want to talk about Deborah anymore. But shout out to you guys for linking me to the information. I appreciate it. So we can talk about it. Because I'm not going to do a separate video on Deborah. Or Deborah. Emphasis on bull. Okay? Girl. Exactly. Fallon says, tell me you're thirsty without telling me you're thirsty. My gosh. Brooklyn Star says, all the friends of failed this season. Honestly, the only one that I was able to tolerate was somewhat Jacqueline. Even though she kind of at the beginning, remember we called her the representative? Well, Candace called her the representative and we did the whole little thing. But you're right. Maybe overall, the friend doves did not do what they needed to do. Look, word on the street, we're getting quite a few friend doves, possibly new housewives on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you missed that tea over the weekend, be sure to check out the video that we did on that. We have a full cast for Atlanta, and they just wrapped filming. Stay tuned. All right. All right, someone on my TikTok says, Kay says, I liked Jackie. Yeah, I don't feel like Jackie was terrible. I feel like she really showed up. She showed up in comparison to Charisse. We were hoping Charisse would show up and give us something other than constantly attacking Karen. But we'll get there. I can't even speak. Let's start the recap of this episode. So this episode is called The Naked Truth. Obviously, it's in light of the whole situation with the stripper club and that kind of stuff, okay? And about the rumors about Mia and Wendy. Look. All right. So at the top of this episode, we are subjected. Look, that's what I'm going to say. We are subjected to Robin going wedding dress shopping without her mama and her two best friends. Her two, what's the reference? I was going to say acquaintances, but that's not the word. Accomplices. There we go. Her two accomplices. Ashley and messy Giselle. At least this episode, Giselle was admitting to being messy. Finally. And putting sauce on these stories. But the bad part about putting sauce on these stories, these people are married. That you're putting sauce on their stories and spreading rumors about them. So at the top of this episode, we are at this wedding dress shop to pretend like this is a real wedding. Okay, yes, we know. People Magazine came out with the exclusive that Robin Dixon got married. It's going to be featured on next week's season finale. And it's not actually Bravo that filmed it, according to sources. This is just camera phone footage, more than likely, because you know she's not going to do what Cynthia Bailey did and hire a production crew. It's video phone footage from her phone, okay? And maybe Carter filmed it. I'm pretty sure she didn't buy any of these dresses. And first of all, these dresses were ugly. I'm sorry to the wedding dress shop, but these dresses were ugly. All right? Look at this messy one. Okay, even before we get to the dresses, so Ashley comes in, and I really believe that Ashley and Giselle, Ashley is a new recruit to the Green Eye Bandits. It's obvious at this point. I believe that Ashley and Giselle spoke about these Wendy and Mia situation beforehand, and they decided to bring it up for filming in this scene. Because for Ashley to bring up, oh yeah, some things happened in Mexico, we were all hanging out, for her to say that and then Giselle to jump in, oh, did you and Candace kiss? Or, oh, people were banging, da-da-da. I was like, how do you go from what she says to this? It made no sense to me. But it makes sense because we already know who we're dealing with. We're dealing with a woman that has no other storyline, that has no life, that uses this platform now to, I don't even know. But Giselle, what else are you promoting? Oh, she has the podcast. But she's like, oh. And of course she doesn't like Wendy, so I'm going to speak to Mia. I want to see what Mia has to say because Mia's a trusty person to trust, okay? Where's my thing for Mia? Hold on. I got to put my Mia thing. Oh, here it is.
Who said that? When did she say that? You did.
She's an admitted liar. So you think I'm going to believe anything that Mia says? You think I'm going to believe anything that Mia says? But Giselle says I'm going to speak to Mia. I don't understand why these ladies all of a sudden become lesbians once they start drinking. Well, Mia has admitted to being bisexual, but these other women, I need to hear from Dr. Wendy Acefo in regards to what happened. When we were live on Grace Report's channel recapping this earlier, if you missed it, be sure to check that out. Layla brought up a good point. Women sometimes, when they get stuff done down there, will compare. Because remember, Wendy has gotten some stuff down. Well, no, Wendy didn't get hers done, right? It was Mia who admitted to getting something done down there in the JJ area. So apparently they were showing each other stuff. Mia, in the later part of the episode, says, oh, she even touched it. She went like this. I was like, ew, stop. I don't need to see this. Look.
That's really upsetting to me, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't say that.
You know what I mean? Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry. I've digressed. So Ashley brings the mess and says that there's something that happened. She doesn't know what happened, but Mia and Wendy ended up leaving together. Here's the thing. I'm not married. I'm not in a relationship. However, if I was on this reality show, and this is why I wouldn't do reality TV. If I was on this reality show and people were speculating, and let's say it's not true, or even if it was true, why are you telling my business to this woman? And this is why Ashley's not a friend to Dr. Wendy. Wendy, be careful of her. She's not a friend to you. Look who she's running back and telling this information to. And this person wants to hear what she wants to hear. So she much rather hear Mia's lie than Wendy's truth or the actual truth. Don't trust her, Wendy. Candace, stop trusting messy Ashley. Ashley is so messy and miserable. Look, messy and miserable. Look at his face. The sheer joy of bringing this gossip. Oh, someone says you need Wendy's scream for that one. Yeah, you're right. I need to get that sound effect. Ah! Oh, goodness. So, yeah. Anyways, so Ashley is the bone carrier here, especially this season. She's always been messy, but I feel very much like Giselle. She's like, I gotta get things going. Worry about your own stuff, okay? She's just happy that we're not talking about Michael Darby, Gollum, as Candace likes to call him. So we are bombarded by these fashions. Look, bombarded by these fashions from what's her name? Robin's wedding. That's about to go on wild because they're going to plan a bachelorette party. So we see these wedding dresses that she's trying on, and I'm just so frustrated because I know you could tell just from her reaction that this is not real. Normally, if I see women trying on wedding dresses, you get a little emotional. They get a little emotional. This is her second time around. You know, look a little different. These dresses are terrible. I'm sorry to the dress. Honestly, I don't think it's the dresses. I believe it's the model. Her whole body language. I don't know if anyone paid attention to the body language. Her body language, you could just tell, like, they're just doing. Ashley and Giselle were like, we'll do it. Let's do a scene together. I've said this before. I'll say it again. I believe the reason why Robin is so loyal to Giselle is not because that's her best friend. Not only because that's her best friend. Giselle has kept this woman on the show for 7 seasons. They initially, producers, she said this herself. The producers did not want Robin. They were like, she's boring. She's terrible. Fast forward 7 years. It's the truth. But she's kept, because Giselle has vouched for her, that's the reason why they've kept her on this show. And I've said this before and I'll say it again. I don't think, at least our community, we don't care if she got married or not. We don't even care if it's a real storyline. What we care about is that she keeps forcing this fake storyline down our throat, and we have not seen passion in this relationship from season 1. We have not seen passion in this relationship. Last week we played the scene for you where Robin and Juan are at home, and then Juan is talking to the producer and is talking like, I just want to share my life with someone. So he's like, do you want to get back with Robin? And he's like, blah, blah, blah. Like blah, 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 blah. No words came out. We don't even see passion between these two. And look, not every relationship after years of being together, you're going to see passion. When was the last time you've seen Juan take, especially if you're deciding to get back together after having a full-on divorce, shouldn't there be a level of passion like, we're going to get back together? And as you already know, last week we reported on multiple allegations of cheatation situations from Juan Dixon. And look, I told you the DMV streets have been talking for years. Juan, do you got a little pretty young thing at the office? Allegedly. We've been hearing things for years. And I do find it very interesting that story came out last week and nobody sent a cease and I'm not wishing this, but I'm just saying, wouldn't you have sent a cease and desist if those allegations didn't have some truth to it? Look, we covered the story. If you missed we did another video talking about Giorgio's receipts in regards to what Ray Cunningham from College Hill had to say, because he's personal friends with Robin, and he said he spoke to Robin. He says, "Oh, this woman, she comes out of the woodwork. She's always following people and spreading lies. She's even reached out to Robin herself." I really believe that Robin in this Juan situation is a decision, a business decision, because this is a part of her storyline. Hey, Robin, thanks for watching. I saw you just liked the video. Thanks. Appreciate you watching. Okay. Or Robin Stan. Yes, they exist. They exist. You have a right to your opinion. Look, I believe this was a business decision. I believe Juan wants to really fall in love and be in love, but they've decided, will they get married? Yes, they will get married because they did it before. They did it before. Why wouldn't they do it again? It's a business decision. It's a business decision. I don't believe in this relationship at all. But look, at the end of the day, that's on them. I think for fans, they're frustrated at the fact that they're coming in our faces with this fake storyline. It feels forced on us. Like this wedding scene. This wedding scene was forced on us. We didn't want to see this. Look at her even coming out. Girl. Forced on. Okay, it's a pretty dress. I apologize. It's a pretty dress. It's Robin. Look, it's Robin. All right, I've given this scene way too much time already. Honestly, again, guys, in the live chat, don't forget to let me know how you would rate this episode from 1 to 10. There's a poll on YouTube. Let us know how you would rate this episode. After last week's episode, it was such a key. It was so good. I was excited to talk about it. This week, I'm like, what a lousy episode. Like, how do we get here? And then next week's the season finale. All right, let's move on. Look, let's move on. Oh, wait, before we move on. So after Ashley leaves, Giselle brings up the whole, let's do a party. Let's do a bachelorette party, sophisticated one. All right, with strippers and everything. Robin gone wild. The producers are so extra. You remember that other scene in this same scene where they were trying on the crowns, Giselle and Ashley were trying on the crowns, and they do the little graphic of Miss Messy Universe to Giselle. At least they know. The producers are producing, the editors are editing. We love it. We love it. Just don't overdo it. You know how I feel. Okay. Some of you feel like I overdo it with the sound effects. Good luck. It's my channel. I do what I want. Anyways. All right, you guys are voting. You guys are voting. Hold on, let me see what the votes are. It's pretty close on how you guys are voting. Live chat, let me know. All right. Someone said Giselle needs a new stylist. Yes. Look, yes. Someone's asking what I'm drinking. This is a shake, my Kashava shake. Y'all know I always have it when I'm live. Vanilla. All right. So, as she's sitting down talking about this bachelor party with Giselle, of course, says, so who are we not inviting? Who are we not inviting? Clearly, Karen. And I understand why she wouldn't invite Karen to her bachelorette party. Because Karen called her marriage fake. Karen had allegations against Juan Dixon. All right, let's talk about that. So on page 6, their podcast, Robin, this is why no one likes you. You're such a hypocrite. She literally says, I find it terrible that Karen would make those types of allegations. You know, those have some serious ramifications. This is exactly what we've all been saying about what Giselle, your bestie, has been doing. And at least with Karen is like, I have, not receipts, but she's like, I have, he actually touched me. She's accusing him of touching her. I did not expect him to rewind all the way back during that scene with Karen and Wendy. When Wendy brings up, oh yeah, you said a couple of years back about Juan. Remember they were talking about Karen's drinking? And Karen says to Robin, Juan needs to be more concerned about what he says when he's drunk. Ooh, look, the fact that they rewound that back, that says to me, and look, this is Taurus behavior. Shut up. Look, shut up. This is Taurus behavior. You got I said this to you about me before. I hold things close to the chest, and I will only release them if you test me. But it takes a lot. Apparently, releasing Blue Eyes and showing it to the group on camera was the last straw for Karen. Because I thought Karen was going to hold that to the chest for a little bit longer. But when the editors bring up what Karen said, how many years back? At least 2 years ago, about Juan Dixon. I'm so glad Juan Dixon's not here right now. Where is Juan Dixon exactly, to be honest? Does Robin know? Just asking. Just asking. So also one of the things that came up during Watch What Happens Live, I watch the clips, I don't watch the show. So I was watching the clips. So one of the things that comes up, Andy asked Candace, who do you think really, got it at the reunion? And she had to think about it, and she says, Mia. And then Andy says, well, I felt like it was Giselle. We will have to wait and see for ourselves to see who really got it bad at the reunion. I could see Giselle getting it bad at reunion. Giselle just doesn't know how to come back at people. You like to dish it, Giselle, but you can't take it at all. Which makes it not fun for the viewers to watch. That whole situation with Monique, that was such a sad moment for you. No one has forgotten that. And now you've let the entire audience and these ladies know how to get you. Because they're like, oh, she can't read. She can't be shady. She can't come back. So we shall see at the reunion exactly who gets it. But I can understand Mia getting it because Mia had a few things that she has to address. Her issues with Dr. Wendy, her issues with Jacqueline, her lying, her moving out, the no cancer situation. So there's a lot for Mia to unpack. Her fighting with, her beating on Dr. Wendy in Miami. So she has a lot to answer for. Just a lot to answer for. All right. Only thing going says, how is Giselle first chair again? She has no storylines. I mean, that's a good question to ask the producers. I believe at BravoCon they did talk about that. I just can't remember what. And look, every production company is going to handle that differently. But that would be interesting to see how they decide on that, because I still don't understand how Kyle sits next to Andy Cohen in Beverly Hills every single season, unless she has it in her contract. Why would you want that? But okay, because she's the queen. Okay, girl. Let me say thank you. All right. Julie, thank you so much for the super chat and for always supporting the channel. Hold on. Here we go. Julie says, Dubai Bling was awful in my opinion. Happy Monday. I didn't love Dubai Bling. Julie, if you remember my recap, I really didn't love it. There were moments that I enjoyed and we talked about, but it wasn't for the way that you guys hyped it up. I was like, it was okay. It was all right. TB, thank you so much for the super chat. TB says, Robin was parading around in a wedding dress she doesn't want to wear for a man she doesn't want to marry. We're all sensing that. The way you broke that down so easily and effortlessly. Thank you, TB. Thank you for breaking it down for us. We appreciate that. All right. Y'all are a mess. All right. So we get the scene with Chris and Candace, and they're talking about, first of all, Candace is working on her music video that she did with Trina. That will be coming out. That will be a part of the season finale. They also catch up on what went down in Mexico. All right. So one of the things that went down in Mexico, hold on, let me take this down. One of the things that went down in Mexico, of course, as you know, was this fight between Karen and Robin. And she brings up the fact that Karen says that Juan inappropriately touched her and was also cheating. And he's like, oh, here we go again, throwing another husband under the bus. And I get it. He's triggered because this is all they've been doing this entire season. So I don't even blame Chris for having that reaction. To be honest, I mean, he didn't hear the details of it. He doesn't know what necessarily happened, but I can see why he's like triggered. It's like, oh, here y'all go again. Because he's still mad about it. You notice he hasn't really been around. He hasn't been around group situations. Next week he will be, and he's frustrated. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. I wonder if we will see an apology on any side at this reunion. Because how do you move forward? I feel as if Candace has moved forward, at least with Giselle in some way. Like they're still filming together. They're not hanging out. They're not kikiing together, but they're still filming together. You know what I mean? Which is so interesting to me. I don't know how they do it. I have to give them credit because I don't know if I could do it. Could you still film with someone that has accused your loved one of something so terrible? I don't think I could do it, to be honest. But that's me. Look, that's me. So they're talking about that, but they also are talking about her egg retrieval process. They're getting back into doing that. I said this earlier. I'm going to say it again. I think it's a good thing that she wants to freeze her eggs. But at the same time, I just feel like she's on this different trajectory. Like she really is focused on her acting and her music and things like that. I don't believe that she really wants to have children. I feel like it's somewhat of a storyline. Maybe. Not sure. All right. I don't know about you guys, but seeing Karen and Wendy sitting together and having lunch, I liked it. How'd you guys feel about it? Seeing them seeing these group of ladies not ice Wendy out anymore. Well, they are about to be iced out of this bachelorette party. And they find out during this lunch. They find out from Messy Ashley during this lunch that they are not invited to this bachelorette party. Which honestly, Karen was right. I much rather be making money than at this boring bachelor party. If anything, if they had brought them, it probably would have been a little bit more interesting. We probably would have had them going back and forth on something. But I get it, why she didn't invite Karen. But we'll talk about the bachelor party in a second. Look, we'll talk about the bachelor party in a second. All right. So this lunch was quite interesting to me because, like I said before, they bring up the whole receipt that Karen had dropped a couple of seasons ago about Juan Dixon and what he says and does when he's drunk. So one thing about Karen, I don't know if I believe her. I believe her because she's been telling us. She's been telling us. And y'all want to keep sleeping on Karen and her beauty. Look, beautiful woman right here. Sean says, I love Wendy and Karen. I love Karen and Wendy together. Me too. I like seeing it. Because they were just having a good kiki, a good lunch. They even match. Look, they even match in the colors. Well, one's orange, one's like mustard. But it worked. Okay, it worked. All right. What else did they talk about? So Ashley calls and tells them that they're not invited. They weren't on the text chain to this bachelorette party. But Karen doesn't seem bothered. But Dr. Wendy Asefo is like, why wouldn't you invite me? I thought we were working on being friends. And then they flash back to Wendy laughing at the story that Karen was telling. And I'll say this. I believe that Dr. Wendy Asefo in that moment was laughing at the silliness of Karen. I think she was laughing at Karen. She wasn't laughing at the situation. Maybe a little bit she was laughing at the situation. But in that moment, Robin was just like, why are you laughing? I mean, I would much rather you have the conversation with Wendy, Robin, instead of just assuming that she was laughing at you. But look, they're working on a relationship. Do you invite someone that you're working on a relationship to your bachelorette party? But Wendy's like, I thought that we were working on our relationship. And I do believe that Robin and Giselle have been trying to ice out Wendy this season. They've done it all season. Remember the family party, the family picnic that Juan Dixon did not attend? Remember what happened in Miami? And now this. They've been icing her out all season. And this is something that they do on this show. And a lot of times the show, it's more about the show and them fighting. And this was from the Real Housewives book. It's more the fights that we see on these shows on Real Housewives is more them fighting about the show more than them fighting about what actually is happening. Because if they're not in a scene, they're not getting paid, or it lessens their importance on the show, which could eventually mean them kicked off the show. All right. I feel like I've said a lot. Okay. All right. Guys, if you're just joining us, I told you earlier that this video is sponsored. It's sponsored by Atlas VPN, so let's get into that. This video is brought to you by Atlas VPN. So as you know, I love to travel, and as a part of my job, it's important for me to be able to watch some of my favorite shows even when I'm away. So even during my recent trip to Denmark, I had to use Atlas VPN because there are certain shows that you're relying to hear about while I'm away. But there's also shows that I just want to watch. And if you're watching this, you and our community love watching TV. And we love watching TV even if you're abroad and depending on where you are. So Atlas VPN is perfect. You probably have heard about other VPN services, but I'm very impressed with Atlas. So right now, Atlas VPN is running a huge discount. It means you get a 3-year subscription for just $199 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Time is running out. All of this information will be available in the description. But let me remind you, so with Atlas VPN, you can do a variety of things, not just watch shows that might be in another country. It does more than that. And honestly, very much like you, all I ever thought VPNs did was allow you to watch shows in other places. No, with Atlas VPN, you're able to unlock your favorite content from all over the world, as you already know, keep your Google searches in private, very important, especially nowadays, stop ads and malware, save some coins while shopping online as well, and protect unlimited devices. That part is really important too, because you probably see all these other subscription services saying, oh, it's going to be an extra charge for this or an extra charge for that. Not with Atlas VPN. Right now, Atlas VPN is running a massive discount. For a 3-year subscription, you're paying only $1.99. How many things in the world are you paying $1.99 for? And a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can try it out for a month, and if it doesn't work, you'll get your money back. For more information on Atlas VPN, you can find that in the description and in the comment section of this video. And thank you, Atlas, for supporting our channel, and I can't wait to keep on using Atlas VPN. There's a couple of shows that I gotta watch. Including, hold on. Oh wait, there we go. Including, I need to watch the Traitors UK. I'm rewatching the Traitors US. Oh my goodness, so good, so good. Shout out to Atlas VPN. Again, guys, more information on Atlas VPN is available in the live chat and also, of course, in the description of this video. So thank you to them for supporting the channel. All right. Gabrielle said, yeah, you're for our first commercial. No, it's not. Actually, we've had a couple. But the first one of 2023, yeah. All right, back to this. So guys, we will be taking callers from our members in just a second. If you're a member of the channel, I'll be posting it on the community tab in just a second. Senior Royals will get it first, then we'll post it for Royal Court members, and then of course, Team Kempire members. All right. Moving along. All right. Let me put this back up. There we go. All right, so back to this recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac's latest episode. Again, this was not my favorite episode in comparison to last week's episode. Last week's episode for me was far better than this week's episode. Next week is going to be the season finale, which I'm kind of glad about. Guys, overall, based off of the season and based off of previous seasons and other Housewives shows, how did you feel about the season of Potomac? Some people said it was an amazing season. But as I look back on the season, I'm like, damn, it's already over. And I'm like, the season didn't, like, I felt like we were getting some momentum, and then I was like, all right, Mexico was a fun trip, and then last week's episode was fun. Look. All right, moving on. All right, so Giselle decides to go on over to Mia's house to ask her questions because she wants to get the tea on what happened between Mia and Dr. Wendy Assefa. And sidebar, we do get a scene with Wendy at home, and she talks a little bit about Robin being bothered and blah blah blah, but we get a moment of her doing her commentator work. So she's still doing her professor stuff, her commentating, all of that. All right, then we get the scene with Giselle and Mia. So Giselle and Mia have a conversation about what may have went down So according to Giselle, I'm already spreading this rumor to people, and I put a little stank on it that maybe you guys slept together and did all the things. So she's admitting to being messy and lying. Really? All right. So she admits to that, but she says, I want to get what really happened. And then Mia says, well, she Wendy, was spread wide open and showed me her stuff. So she really, like, you can tell Mia is making this story make it look good on her. Because according to Wendy, it was Mia who was like, I want to eat your box. That's according to Wendy. And I believe Wendy, because Wendy doesn't have a history of lying to us. You know who does? Mia. And admittedly so. Admittedly so. So she says that Wendy showed her situation. And then Mia was like, oh, she even touched me. All right. And Giselle's just sitting there taking it all in. Taking it all in. Literally. Look, literally. So she talks about Wendy showed her vajayjay. And then she said that Wendy touched it, but she said it didn't go any further because I didn't get Eddie's permission and she didn't get Gordon's permission. But come to find out, in the party bus, apparently there was a quadruple kiss between Mia, Candace, Ashley, and Wendy. Because they were all hanging out. There was some sort of quadruple kiss that happened. And even Candace and Ashley were like, I don't remember that. Look, who's lying here? I get it. Some of them were drinking, but what do you believe, guys? What do you believe? I don't know what I believe at this point, y'all. I just find it so interesting that these ladies automatically become lesbians once they start drinking. Look. All right. I'm just thinking about it because someone just said the 4-way kiss. I'm like, all that germs and slobber. And then look, the whole conversation about Mia and Wendy going home together. I just feel like it's so irresponsible. And what happens in Mexico stays in Mexico. Not when it's on a reality show? Okay. Look, all right. I get it. So they have this conversation. And again, Giselle's just sitting there like... And honestly, I feel like Giselle is so like... She wants to get Mia's side because she wants to take Mia's side, exaggerate Mia's side to make Wendy look bad. Remember, she still has beef with Wendy. They have not made peace this season with the issues from last season. They haven't even tried. Producers, why didn't you try and have a sit down between Wendy and Giselle? Because that would have been interesting to see them have a conversation. At no point during the season have they sat down to have a conversation to fix maybe their issues because Giselle's not interested. Giselle is a mean girl. You want to talk about mean girls, Robin? No, you and Giselle are mean girls. And you've been trying to ice out Dr. Wendy since the season began. And even when, look, we already said at the Spring Awakening party, Wendy coming up to Giselle trying to hug her, that's a little too much. Let's have a conversation. But they never ended up having a conversation this season. Not that I remember. I don't remember them having a conversation this season. All right, let's talk about the Bachelorette party. Let's talk about this Bachelorette party. This is me the entire time. This is me the entire time of the Bachelorette party. If you watched it with us last night on TikTok, you knew I was just like, what are we doing right now? So this Bachelorette party, the ladies are on a Sprinter van and they're partying. We got Mia dancing up on Robin. Mind you, at a bachelorette party, aren't you talking about your husbands? Aren't you talking about, the future? Aren't you talking about the wedding plans? I feel like they talked about everything else outside of that. Like Charisse is talking about Karen. Ashley's talking about Michael. And Candace is talking about how Chris saw Michael with some ugly woman at his restaurant. Why aren't we talking about fun stuff? At one point, though, Ashley and Mia were dressed the same. Who wore it better, though, y'all? I don't even like this outfit at all. I don't feel like this outfit is flattering to anyone because of the spots, the designs and things like. To me, it's not flattering to anyone. You know who would have made this outfit? Remember what's her name from P Valley? The star from P Valley. Speaking of P Valley, I'm sorry, strippers. This was a sad situation. This stripper situation. Maybe because I've been watching too much of P Valley, I was expecting a whole lot more from this place. The food looked good though. The food looked really, really good. Robin was very, very drunk. I guess everybody was drunk. So they're all hanging out. They're all having a good time on this bus. Then they go to the stripper situation. They have some food. They have some lobster. They have some steak. Editors, we loved it. As soon as they start eating the steak, they play the music and they're going into slow motion. It's like, okay. Exactly. And Ellie repeats what Mia said, anaconda versus a garden snake. You know what? It's an Amazon outfit. I believe it was from Fashion Nova. How much was this outfit? Okay, we're fair here. I have to say, Giselle looked good in this scene. Right? Didn't you guys like her little lavender dress that she had on, and the hair and the makeup look good? Look, she doesn't look good all the time, so when she does, we need to really make a moment of it. We have to talk about it. And say, finally, a moment where you look good. A moment where you look good. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are live on multiple platforms. We're live on Twitch, Twitter. We're live on Facebook, TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live, of course, on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on, where else are we live? Oh, TikTok. Sorry, TikTok. We're live on TikTok as well. We have almost 200 people on TikTok alone watching our recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Guys, on TikTok, keep tapping your screens. And if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, be sure to like the video. And don't forget to share what we do here on the channel. Sharing is caring. This will help build our community. All right. Shout out to our moderators and shout out to everyone watching on our channel members, I should say. Channel members, I'm going to drop the call-in link on YouTube. Hold on. Okay, let me drop this for channel members. Senior Royals, I'm dropping the call link for you first. Okay. All right. And if you are a Royal Court member, I'll be dropping the call-in link for you in a second. All right. You know what? Can we just give Giselle this moment? Justin says Giselle just needed some shapewear. She looked good otherwise. Come on, let's just give her the moment. Come on, y'all. Come on. All right. Let me say thank you. We had a couple of super chats as well. UD, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you, UD. Mama Ali, thank you so much for the super chat and for promoting. She says, hello all. We have over 2,000 in the chat and not even 500 likes. Please like. It's free and an easy way to support Kempire and the channel. Thanks. Thank you, Mama Ali. Shout out to our King's Guards. They keep us safe in this chat. Look safe in this chat. All right, let me say thank you. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Thank you, Danielle, for the super chat. Danielle says, I looked up the club and they do not have steak and lobster on their menu. Production, thank you. First of all, Danielle, thank you for doing that because it points out that what production will do to have a funny moment. So you're telling me, Danielle, that production is the one that catered this whole party situation and they just brought it to this strip club. Because I can already tell that this strip club ain't doing what they need to do in regards to the food like that. And even though I hear at strip clubs, they have pretty good food. But I believe it now. Thank you, Danielle. I believe that the producers were like, you know what Mia said would be cute to kind of have. Look, okay, producers, you're producing. But our team is always looking for the truth. Our team is always looking for the truth, and Danielle found the truth. That's not on your menu. However, let's be honest, sometimes things are not on online menus, and they're there when you get there. But I don't believe that. I believe Danielle. I don't believe it's on the menu at all. and you know what? Somebody probably went there. We'll probably go there. I say, you guys serve lobster and steak on the menu? No, sweetie, that was just for RHOP. We don't have that on the menu. This is not that type of establishment. Oh, come on, just why I keep seeing Justice comment? Justice, no wonder the steak was so great and the lobster looked overcooked. You know what? You know what? Oh my God. Okay, wait, hold on. Fab House says the strip clubs are different in private room situation than the main floor stage. Okay, very true, very possible. Y'all are a mess in the chat. Replay crew, we haven't forgotten about you. Always be sure to like the video. Let me know where you're watching from and how you would rate this episode and your thoughts on the episode overall. Did you feel like I felt? Like you were expecting more after last week's fantastic episode? This week was sort of like, really? No. If you're a Royal Court member, I've dropped the call-in link for you as well. Team Kempire members, I'm going to drop the call-in link for you next. Hold on. All right. Now I can focus because I've dropped the call-in link. Guys, we have over how many people in the building? Hold on. We have almost 2,300 people in the building. Like the video. We're not even at 1,000 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. And maybe I'll drop the call-in link. Because you know some of the callers have been a little fresh lately. Y'all lucky I'm taking calls, period. Just saying. So anyway, so we're at the strip club. The ladies are, first we have a naked lady in a glass thing taking a shower. We got the ladies hanging out and eating steak and lobster. And then they're playing with the strippers, you know, making it rain on the strippers. Again, all lost on me because I'm just like, I expected more. Honestly, I thought they would get male strippers. But based off of the theme that we've gotten so far, I'm like, this cast, am I watching the Real Friends of WeHo?
How you doing?
Just saying. Because instead of, we didn't get, I wasn't expecting a Bolo situation. Like either one, I'm like, eh. But I was very interested. Like, okay, is this what we're doing? All right. I thought at first that they weren't going to go to a strip club and that Mia was going to be the stripper of the night. You know, she was dancing up on Robin in the Sprinter. Well, as they're hanging out, having their steak and their lobster, the conversation goes from, you know, the strippers to the whole situation with Ashley. And Ashley seems like she's not sure what's going on with her and Michael, which is confusing to me because it makes me think like, Ashley, what exactly is going on? Are you guys getting a divorce? Is this just your storyline? And she says she's not dating anyone right now because Michael says that he's not dating anyone. And that's when Candace is like, girl, Chris saw him with a woman, an ugly woman, at the restaurant. Is this situation different than what Ashley did at the fire party that they had? Dropping tea in front of everyone instead of pulling her to the side and mentioning this? Or does it even matter because they're supposed to be getting a divorce? Maybe not. I mean, immediately that's what I thought. I was like, well, she's also drunk too. Possibly. I don't know. I couldn't tell. So she brings that up. But Ashley seems like she's not sure what's happening with her and Michael. There are some of you that don't believe that this is a real divorce. You believe that this is a storyline. I don't know if I believe that. But her hemming and hawing about Michael, I'm like, girl, get over him. And literally in Candace's confessional, she's like, if you could get rid of Gollum and take half of his money, why wouldn't you? Because she's not getting half. Nope. She's not getting half. So we go from that conversation to Charisse. I don't have a picture of okay, I do have a picture. I don't want to show Charisse anymore. I'm tired of Charisse. I want to edit Charisse out of our lives at this point. So Charisse they decide, even though they didn't invite Karen, to bring up Karen and talk about Karen. And she says, oh, I went to the club with Karen and she left me. Candace chimes in like, oh, I hate when people leave, just disappear on you at the club. And they all sucking someone's, you know what? I was like, wait a minute, Candace, what? Is that what happens? I haven't been to clubbing forever, but I ain't never had my friends, or at least I don't recall, my friends leave me so they can go suck. Okay. So she says that. And then Charisse says, well, yeah, she's known all over Potomac for getting drunk and sleeping with whoever. Okay, let's compare what Karen said about Charisse in Mexico versus what these multiple allegations that Charisse has made against Karen. I don't believe that they're equal. Karen talking about how people, I forgot exactly what Karen said about Charisse and what people were saying about Charisse, but you bringing up her possible alcoholism, you bringing up her sleeping and cheating on Ray. Like, and the way she said it, it was so venomous. It's like, damn, you are miserable and sad. This is sad. I feel for you, Charisse. What happened? Well, you remember what happened? We ain't never met Charisse's husband on this show. Her ex-husband now. She was just sitting in that house, lonely. Look, with the eyelashes. But the way she said it, and look, do I believe it? I mean, I believe that there is some truth to the blue eyes rumors and things like that. I do believe there's some truth to it. But it's the messenger. Again, it's the messenger. Charisse, you are being used by Giselle and Robin to carry this bone this season because they were like, well, you'll get on the show. Because she's been trying to get on the show for the last few years. You saw that they gave us unseen footage of Charisse this season. It was the footage that they edited of her out. We don't need Charisse to come back, y'all. Producers, I know you watch. We don't need her to come back. I was ready for her to come back. I was like, come on back. Come on back, Charisse. We haven't seen you in forever. It's not that she gave us a lot, but I was like, come on back. Let's see what she's going to add. And she spent this entire season as her entire storyline as coming for Karen. And Karen has refused to give her light. And this is part of the reason why Karen doesn't want to film her. Because she's like, you're trying to use me as your storyline to be on the show. And both Robin and Giselle are the ones that brought you here to come after me. Because in this scene, the strip club scene, both Candace was like, I said too much. I'm not saying anything else in regards to this. I'm not getting involved. But according to Giselle, Ashley and her and Robin, they all have heard of these rumors of Karen getting drunk and sleeping with anybody. I don't know about her sleeping with anybody though. Look, I don't know about that. Y'all really sit here and act as if Karen is muggly. You know what I mean? Look, really? I don't know where this reunion is going to go. This was a sad episode. Next week's episode seems to be a little bit more interesting because it is the season finale. They didn't show any preview of the wedding. Word on the street, according to People magazine, we will be seeing footage from Robin's wedding to Juan Dixon. I don't remember if they confirmed if it was to Juan Dixon. Oh my goodness, guys. We have how many people in the building? We have almost 2,400 people in the building for our recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Replay crew, we haven't forgotten about you. Be sure to let us know your thoughts, how you rate the episode, where you're watching from. If you're a member of the channel, I've already dropped the call-in link on the community tab. We have quite a few members backstage. Thank you to our members for keeping the lights on here at the studio. We could not do this without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you would like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TheKempire.com/join. Thank you to our King's Guards that are in the building holding us down. I know when you have a large crowd like this, it's even harder. Shout out to everyone watching on TikTok. We see you guys as well. Nancy says, Ashley brings on someone to try and get Chris because she is so mad at Candace. And it's very clear. We saw that this season when she brought up the whole rumor to Candace at that burn party. She sees, don't feel nice, does it? And I was just like, I keep telling you guys, I keep warning you about Ashley, Wendy, and Candace. I know you guys are very forgiving, but be very careful of Ashley. She is messy. in a bad way. In a bad way. You know who else is messy in a bad way? Brandi Glanville. Look, if you missed our video earlier today, we posted a video about what went down in Morocco over the weekend in regards to Caroline Manzo and Brandi Glanville. We also talk about the Roni legacy situation being put on pause because Bravo executives have lost interest, allegedly. Be sure to check out that video if you haven't already. Also, check out our weekly collaboration with Grace Report and Layla Lynn on Grace Report's channel from earlier today so you can hear our banter back and forth. All right, so let's get into some callers, guys. And if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but your channel as well. I see you watching in the bushes. Put the light on them. Put the light on them. Joking. I'm kidding. I kid. All right. Let me switch this out. Let me put my disclaimer. Hold on. Da-da-da-da. Oh, here it is. There we go. Let's put this on. All right. All right. Can I take a sip from my drink? All right. And then I'm going to get out of here because I've already been talking for over an hour. All right. Hold on. All right. Let me just make sure, guys. Well, hold on. Let me just make sure I did not miss any super chats. Okay. I think I got everyone, right? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you. All right. I just wanted to make sure, guys. Hold on. Let me go back down and I'm going to bring up our first caller. And again, callers, no profanity, straight to the point. Remember, there are people waiting to make their thoughts be known as well. And there's a zero tolerance policy. If you act up, I'll take you down. I'll take you down indefinitely. All right. All right. Let's get to our callers. Say Pep is backstage. I believe this is Sharon. Isn't this Sharon? Sharon, is that you?
Yeah.
Hey, Sharon.
How you doing?
Oh, well, how are you?
I'm doing fine. I didn't like that episode last night.
Okay.
That was crazy. Why would you go to a male strip club?
Why didn't they go
Is
to
that
a
what
male
you
strip
call
club?
it?
The gentleman's club. There we go.
Yeah, why would you go to a gentleman's club for a girl's bachelorette party? I don't want to see T and A in my face. Especially while I'm eating.
Lobster and steak.
Yeah, no. I think all that place served was wings. Because normally when you go to a strip club, that's all they sell is wings. You're not going to get steak and lobster, please. Tell that to somebody else. They think we're really stupid, Kempire. And that's why I turned it back to my football game. Yes, the Chiefs won.
Okay, wait. So who's going to be at the Super Bowl?
It's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Who are you rooting for?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Why are you rooting for them? Who's likely to win?
I'm in Missouri.
Oh. So it makes sense. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm 125 miles up the road.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I'm rooting for Philly.
I'm 70, baby.
I'm rooting for Philly then.
Oh, hell no. Oh, excuse me.
Look, I don't know who to root for. I'm rooting for Rihanna, period. Okay?
Yeah, but you got to watch some of the game before you get to Rihanna.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, so while Rihanna's on, I'm going to go get me another beer and some barbecue buffalo wings.
From the strip club?
No. Oh, no. No, I ain't going to a strip club.
Okay. All right. Well,
so didn't you find the whole season of Potomac not good?
I have to say, watching last night's episode and then thinking back on the season overall, especially because next week is the season finale, I was like, this season,
Nah. You know how you have like low weeks and then you pick up back up on a high?
Mm-hmm.
This was all low for me, except for, I guess, the big fight in Miami and the one in Mexico.
Mm. All right.
Yeah, but I wasn't impressed, and I wish they would go back to the format when they first started out, not this crazy crap. I think Mia has to go. I don't think she really fits in with this group. It's supposed to be more classier than what they're portraying. That's my opinion.
Okay. All right, Sharon. Thank you for calling and keeping us updated on the Super Bowl.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Take care. That's our Sharon keeping us updated. Okay. I already forgot who's playing. The Chiefs and the Eagles. Philly Eagles? Right? Anyways. We'll talk about it on some level. More just about the Super Bowl halftime show, let's be honest, and who's singing the national anthem. Isn't Babyface singing America the Beautiful? Who's singing the national anthem? Do we know? I mean, everyone pales in comparison to Whitney Houston. At this point, they should just press play on the video footage and just keep playing that every year. Just saying. All right, let me move on. Brooklyn Star's backstage. We're going to bring her up next. What's going on, Brooklyn Star?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Okay, this episode had me all over the place. It was all over the place, and I was all over the place with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be very quick because it was just so much going on. I literally think Giselle is for these Christian streets. I think she looked really good in her freakum dress. I think she wants to be out here in these Babylon streets. There's no way you go from being the first lady to letting Bravo video you with a plastic peen straw, and then you have the church building funds and a stripper's G-string. There's no way. Okay, I think she likes that life. I think she's Christian for pay. I think she conforms to whoever she's with.
Oh, okay.
Robin, I need her to stop giving us shoulder moments. I'm tired of these blazer constructed shoulder things that she keeps wearing to go to nobody's job. I hate them. I don't know why she keeps having shoulder pads. Mia, I think Mia is reality TV gold. I don't know if she needs to be on this show, but I think she's like good reality TV. And I think she was the right person to throw that party. I think Charisse is a hater.
Oh, yeah, because Charisse was upset. She was like, "That's Rob's her friend."
Yeah, Charisse is such a sourpuss. Every time she comes on the scene, I'm just wondering, what spank has you in a chokehold? Okay, why are you so sour in the face? She's always so bitter. I don't think Empire's feeding those strippers. Those are the skinniest strippers I've ever seen in my life. Like one of those strippers, like in Atlanta, that'd be like 3 of them will make one Atlanta stripper. I don't know what's going on over there. And if I didn't bring my kids or my ex-husband, don't bring them up at a bachelorette party. We don't talk about stuff like that.
Right. I feel like the conversation was weird at a bachelorette party.
It was forced because Charisse wanted to act like she was a producer. And no, sis, your friend does. Sit back. Eat that lobster. Sit back.
She was.
But yeah, it was very odd. Who talks about your ex-husband and children in the strip club? Nobody. No.
It was weird.
We there to have a good time. But that's it. It was confusing. It was all over the place, but I was kind of here for it.
Okay. All right. All right. How would you rate the episode before I let you go?
I think it was like a 7 or 8. It was just, I don't believe a lot of the stuff that was coming out of people's mouths. I think Karen is a little bit classy based. She looked like that kind of chick that'll slip somebody a room key. Meet me here. I don't think she's over here giving tours in the bathrooms of a club. And when Charisse said club, I knew she was lying. When you and Karen were in the club.
Yeah.
When were they in the club? In the 80s? When were they in the club? When were they in the club? A gala.
That was probably the last time I was in a club. Well, no, I couldn't have been in a club.
Yeah, that's when I knew she was lying. I'm like, Charisse, you and Karen in the club, y'all can't even be in the same restaurant. Bye. You lying. I don't care.
Damn. All right. All right. Thank you, Brooklyn Star, for calling in.
No problem.
Bye. All right, guys. If you remember the channel, I posted the call link on the community tab. Thank you guys for letting me know. Thank you, Sheila. Sheila says Chris Stapleton is singing the national anthem. Oh, I love me some Chris Stapleton. Brother can sing. I mean, he's my brother, but you know what I mean. He can sing. So I'm actually interested to hear his version of the Star Spangled Banner. That's the only parts of the Super Bowl that I watch, to be honest with you. All right, Allison, I'm going to bring you up next. Hold on. What's going on, Allison?
excited. I made it again.
From Canada, right?
Two.
Allison from Canada?
Yes. Nowhere Land Canada. You got it. Okay,
Nowhere
so
Land
I just
Canada.
want to ask you, Kempire, straight up. Were you like so let down that we didn't get a Bolo part 2? Like, I thought they were going to come in and it was going to be epic because we had such a high last week. And then it was, wah, 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 your sound effect for this. Like, yes, exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I was really sad, like, but then Robin kind of seemed super into it. So that was a little bit different. And I wanted to say, do you think, like, with Giselle's outfits, that she actually looked better going to the strip club than when she was at the wedding, like looking at Robin's wedding dress?
Oh, yeah.
With that little white. Like, how did she look better as a little bit more hoochie mama than every day? Anyways, that's just me.
I'm thinking her daughters dressed her that day.
Had to have. And then I genuinely wanted to ask you your thoughts on Robin. So ever since this show started, she's been in a weird state with Juan.
Mm-hmm.
And she always talks about she's the one that lost their money.
Mm.
And so I'm wondering, and then she never dated when they were separated.
Allegedly.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't have you then. And so I just am wondering, like, if she just has major guilt or major denial, because it's so weird that out of all the housewives that have lost a husband, they still have made themselves super interesting by doing other things, right? Like, it's okay to not be with the same guy.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre to me. Anyways, and then I just wanted to ask if you think that Robin really will come back, because Carlos King did a stream and said she knows what she's doing and she's for sure coming back next season. Yeah, those are my eyes too. I didn't understand.
Well, here's the thing.
How is this possible when she looks so weird?
Here's the thing. First of all, Carlos has connections to production over there, so I wouldn't be surprised if they talk.
Okay.
However, there's also the aspect of Giselle. I've said this before. Giselle is the reason why Robin is still there. If Giselle wasn't there, Robin wouldn't have been even cast. We also forget one element. We forget this all the time. When we were first introduced to Robin, we forgot that Robin used to be in public relations.
What?
I'm...
Are you kidding me? I'm with all of this?
I'm truly shocked. I mean, look, not all publicists are the same. You know, not all are great. That's why she's no longer in public relations, okay? We forget that element.
Wow.
Wow. But I wouldn't be surprised if Robin comes back. Producers, if you hear the fans, they don't want Robin to come back because we already know, very much like you guys do, according to allegations, don't believe her story with Juan either. Because according to, I forgot who reported this, but they see them behind the scenes and they don't believe in their relationship. So
I know it. It's so weird. Yeah. Like, why? Go sleep with other people.
They are.
Robin,
I mean, wait.
Be with the same person, do it. Or just say, like, hey, we just have an open relationship. Like, just be real about it.
No one's real about that.
We can be this kinky with a stripper and, Mia the stripper and Wendy. Let's just be free and real.
Yeah.
Anyways, I wanted to ask your thoughts on it. And I also think that Charisse really needs serious counseling. I think, like, from some of these ex-housewives, there should really be not a girls' trip, but like therapies in session.
Oh.
Everybody get together and let's break it down, because we're a little too old to be going through this trauma still at those ages. And that's it.
Thank you so much for calling in, Allison.
Kempire, and stop promoting Peacock or promote Peacock to go more international.
I mean, they are working on it. They are working on it. Yeah,
okay.
They are.
Because I'm not afraid to pay for streaming services.
Oh.
Fine with that. I just want to be able to buy it.
Soon enough. I remember Peacock is pretty new, so soon enough. All
It's
right.
been a couple of years. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
damn. Goodbye. Allison, goodbye. Damn it. My callers are as shady as I am. Okay. All right. I saw someone if you're a member of the channel, I have dropped the call-in link on the community tab on YouTube. So members, you do have access to the link. So I saw a member ask that question just a second ago. Justin says, perfect. Thank you, Justin. Reminder. Atlas VPN is available right now. It's sponsoring this video. It's linked in the live chat and also in the description of this video. So be sure to check that out. Thank you for the segue, Justin. Appreciate that. Okay, let me get to some more callers. Danielle's backstage because Danielle called the strip club. Danielle, what's going on?
Okay, so a couple of things to piggyback on what Allison said. So one, Kempire, I do remember that Robin's career when she first joined the show because I didn't think she should have left that career. I don't think she should have walked away from it. She should have stayed in it because to your point, if it wasn't for Giselle, remember the producers didn't even want Robin. They gave her an audition. They called Giselle and told her no. It was Giselle that was like, please give her a chance. And here we are. Yeah. But I feel like with all of that, Robin missed an opportunity. When I think about real world and where we are today, and I think about the show Modern Family, Robin could have been another level of Modern Family where we got a divorce. However, due to our budgets, we can't not live together. Just financially, it just makes sense for us to live together, and we're raising our boys. That could have been her storyline all along. Our rule is you can do what you want, date who you want, but you can't bring them back to the house. You can't bring around the kids. Like they could have made this a real life thing because I'm sure there are other people, other couples that are doing the same thing. I know for a fact, especially in this area, any area with the cost of living so darn high right now, people are living in the basement and the other spouse or ex-spouse is living upstairs and they really co-parenting, getting these kids back and forth to school because the budget is so low right now because the cost of living is so high. And it would have been a perfect story and we wouldn't have had all this crap. Charisse, she can go. I'm agreeing with everyone else. We know it's not going to happen, but I'm okay. I think everyone's going to come back, honestly. I think even Mia's going to come back. I don't think anyone's going to go. With that said, yes, I know that some strip clubs do have high-end food. I know they have them in the boom boom room that you got to pay extra for. However, the reason why I went on the website, because my girlfriend called me, she was like, we got to go get the steak and the lobster. It looks good, because I hadn't gotten to that part yet. So I was like, all right, bet, let's go on the website. Go to the website. I said, well, wait, when I got to that part, I know exactly where that little row house that's now a business is on M Street. I know exactly where they were. And to your point, they're not the girls that we're used to seeing at the P Valley because they didn't go to the P Valley Club. And the sad part is we have a DC version of P Valley that are owned by two Black women. They could have gone there and
you know what?
Yep. I want to go just to support these two Black women. There is a gentleman's club here in DC owned by two Black women, and I'm going to go just to support these two women. And that's where they should have gone.
Can you find out the name of that club so we can help promote them too?
I sure will, honey.
And I'm shocked that they wouldn't even do that for these two Black women.
That's my point.
And I'm sure they are aware.
My whole point. But on the menu, they did have steak potatoes. They didn't have a steak, but they had steak potatoes.
Sorry.
The best strip clubs the best strip clubs got the best wings, y'all. Anybody that's around my age from DC, y'all know Club 55. That's like our version of the Players Club where they got cigarette burns and bullet wounds. They got the best wings in the whole wide world because the wings be the bomb. So I didn't like the episode. It was funny. It had its moments. The anaconda versus the garden snake was funny. Chris looked like he was tired. I'm thinking he probably just got off of work because he works at the hotel club off the late night, and that place be pumping. That's a great place. Y'all come to DC, y'all got to go to the club that Chris work at down there by the White House. Off the hook, beautiful views, really nice. But I'm glad the season's over. I can't wait. I can't wait for the reunion. Andy did mention that Giselle kind of got dug into at the reunion, so I want to see that. But yeah, overall, I don't like any of it. I don't. Wendy. I'm gonna stay with this. I'm 10 toes down. Wendy and Candace are plotting to get rid of Giselle and Robin. I believe it. They want to make kind with Ashley because they know when Ashley's not around Giselle and Robin, they have fun with Ashley. They can deal with Mia because Mia's actually a funny character too, and she's a good time. And I believe they're going to keep Karen on because Karen, just for OGP surface, you know what I'm trying to say, whatever. They're going to keep Karen around because Karen's okay. And she's just old school OG and they respect their elders and they're going to keep her around. But they're going to get rid of Giselle and Robin by season 10, I'm telling y'all. And they're going to take over.
Okay. All right. All right. Did someone said, is it called Club 55? Is that what they're saying on TikTok? Is that the name of the club? You guys will let me know. All right. Let's get to some more callers, guys, because I got to get out of here. Because after we keep talking about steak and potatoes, I'm like, okay, what's for dinner? All right. Rasani's backstage. We're going to bring her up next. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Every single week, we are recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac here. Replay crew, as always, be sure to like the video. Let me know where you're watching from, how you rate the episode, and what you thought of the episode. We still have one more episode before the reunion next week. All right. Rasani, what's going on?
Hey, Cam. How's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
Good. Are you feeling better this week?
I'm hungry. Look, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So, well, first of all, I don't know why Robin would have taken Giselle with her wedding dress shopping. Giselle has no taste, but separate and apart from that. And the first dress was very frumpy, not cute, not flattering at all. That one looked a lot better. But either which way, I wish them well. To Danielle's point earlier, do you remember who filed for the divorce? Was it Juan or Robin?
Oh my God, that's a good question. I think it was Robin.
Either which way, like I said, if you go back and watch the seasons from the beginning, you could see that, like she has that love for him. I don't know if it's because it's, she knows him and it's comfortable and it's easy. Where Juan is, checked out, he's moved on, wants to move on. This is just easier financially. I do genuinely think that she would love for a relationship with Juan to work. I don't necessarily think that Juan wants that from you, Robin. Sorry. For the season in general, it just gets too nasty for me with the back and forth with attacking people's marriages.
Yeah.
Like even with that whole Wendy Mia thing, this episode, I think because Wendy has older kids that their friends watch or their parents watch or whatever. That's information that it wasn't filmed, it wasn't caught on camera, that you didn't need to bring that to TV. So it rubs me wrong. I would like to see more of like what's going on in your life personally instead of attacking people's marriage. Chris, Eddie, Ray, they're attacking it. Robin and Giselle need to go. Ashley needs to go as well because all Ashley does is bounce from what was Ashley's storyline? Just going to
Divorce.
Get the information and go pass it on in 2 seconds because that's all she did.
Yeah.
Candace from Watch What Happens Live, Candace seemed to think that Giselle they weren't hard on Giselle. So I don't know. That will be interesting to see. I still watch my Potomac girls. I'm still going to support you, but let's change the narrative and show more of your real lives and stop going after each other's marriages. That's not cute, especially when there are children involved.
Yeah.
But that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Rasani, for calling in.
Thanks for having me. Bye.
All right. Thank you, guys. We hit over 1,000 likes. Let's keep those likes going up. We still have almost 2,500 people watching on multiple platforms. Of course, on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We are also live on the Kempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We're live on Twitch and Twitter. We appreciate you guys. Be sure to follow us there and follow us on TikTok. We're live on TikTok right now. We have over almost 150 people watching there. Our recap of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Follow us there because we have watch parties there. I give you under a minute recaps and hot topics. So you're missing out. Okay. All right, Tyler, I'm going to bring you up next. Hold on. What's going on, Tyler?
Hey, Kempire. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay, so let me say this. I heard everyone saying certain people need to go and things of that nature. I'm of a different opinion. I feel like this season set for me personally. I feel like this season set up to see who really needs to go and who really needs to stay.
Mm.
So what by that I mean next season, this season coming up, I would keep everyone. If I think that production is not doing a good job of producing to the point where the girls have to step in and step away from their job and pull out stories because it seems like they have a bunch of younger people maybe producing who think throwing drinks and throwing shade at the dinner table is how you produce a show. I feel as though production and them need to have a meeting and they need to say, hey, what's going on with you this season? You need to speak on that. What's going to like be strict on them? You could kind of tell with Atlanta, think about it. You remember season 8 was very dull. Season 8 was dull. When Kim Fields was there on Atlanta, and think about season 9, they made each and every last one of those girls that participated. You need to tell what's going on with you because this is your final determination. Just being real. And I think although Phaedra was gone because of the rumor that she started about Candy, I actually think she was also gone because she brought nothing. I think they told her also, if you think about it, season 9, what did she bring? Just really think about that, Kempire. What did she bring? Nothing. And I think that if they have that real conversation with them, you will get what you want from Giselle. You will probably get what you want from Robin because one thing that I do know about Giselle, maybe not Robin, is Giselle wants this check and she wants to remain on this show. I think if they stick it to her, that will happen. So I don't think anyone needs to be dismissed. Except for I would not bring Charisse back. She's not a main castmate. But even when Charisse was on the first 2 seasons, Charisse, it's not that she doesn't have a reality TV personality. She just doesn't come off as relatable, likable. There's just nothing there. And she could be telling the complete truth about Karen. She could. Like, being honest, she could. But Charisse is so unlikable and so dry. It's like watching toast burn. Like, it's nothing. No shade. No, I'm not being shady. There's nothing there. Like, all the money, whatever, like that's great, Charisse. That's great. But even when you're telling stories, you say, Karen was in the master. Where's the personality? Like, girl, like give Ashley the information then and let her tell it because you're not doing anything. What is she? Like, I'm serious. Even when she got to arguing, when her and Karen, when they had their little back and forth, you're not gonna say about my like you're so like there's nothing there. I think it's not. I think the current cast of the girls, you can put them in any situation and they're ready. Great. I just think that them in production need to have a meeting. I don't want Potomac to do what Atlanta did, where they try to do these major drop-offs and the fans say these people need to come in and then the show just is never the same. It's been working because you have 4 OGs and you can throw people in there. Let's just have a meeting and get things together. As far as this season goes, I think that this was one of their worst seasons, but I also think that it set them up for one of their best seasons. Because now there's organic alliances. Like, I feel as though Wendy and Candace, while I think their friendship was fake at first, do not get me wrong, I think that there's an organic friendship there now. I think that Karen, she can commingle with whoever, her and Giselle, whoever. I think there's organic situations in there where Wendy and Candace are going to be a duo, and of course Giselle and Robin and Candace are going to play nice for the sake, and it's going to be this whole. I could see that. I see no issues with that.
Okay.
But Giselle has to be careful because Robin's not the one to worry about. Giselle is going to be the one that they're going to attack, and she's going to be the one to go. While everybody's hard on Robin, her truth is out there. When Giselle's come out, nothing about Giselle is out there. And one last thing, and I'm going to go with Robin. I feel as though a lot of people, I don't want to put these accusations out there, but I've seen these that go on with my sisters and things like that. Robin is being manipulated and being guilted into staying with Juan as if she owes him something. I see it in her eyes. I see it in his reaction when she called him, how he screamed and yelled at her. I think that he is playing mind games on her because she lost the money. He has her feeling like she's not as attractive as she is and things like, you can tell. Like, you remember the last season when she was just in the bed during the pandemic, she felt motivation. He was scolding her. Like, that's a real situation. She felt depressed. You need to get out the bed. You're not doing this and this and that. I can only imagine what's going on behind the scene. I'm not going to say he's physically abusing her, but I think he puts her on a guilt trip and makes her think that everything that's going on with them is her fault. So she tries to make things work.
Okay.
That's what's going on.
All right, Tyler. Thank you
But
so
I'm
much for
done.
calling in.
All right.
All right, because the Tyler ran so long, I got to cancel everybody else down playing. We're going to take a couple more callers, guys. But callers, be mindful. There are people waiting behind you. I would like to get to everyone, but no promises. Look, no promises.
How you doing?
All right, O'Shea's backstage. We're going to bring O'Shea next. What's going up, O'Shea?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Very well, thank you. I think your late night lives are discriminating towards people in South Africa.
Oh.
But I'm just, I'm just joking.
It's 4:00 here in New York.
It's almost better, but I'm here. I'm here to support. But anyway,
thank you.
I was just listening to everyone's comments. I just said, let me call in to say I actually really enjoyed the season. I know most people had a lot of issues with it. I thought that everyone came to work, so I appreciated it, even though it did go a bit overboard sometimes. But I think if you don't get that, then look at Atlanta and Beverly Hills. It gave almost nothing, this past year. So I appreciated a good show. And also, I really enjoyed Candace's evolution to being that girl. Watching, if you look back to how she arrived in season 3, I mean, not that there's wrong, but you can, personality-wise, how she handles the ladies now and how effortlessly she does things is very, very impressive. So I enjoyed the season, and I look forward to the next season. And also, Giselle is never leaving. Giselle is going to be like Kyle. She's going to be there up until the wheels fall off the show. They're going to drag her off like Ramona, but Giselle is not going anywhere. But thanks, bye. Enjoy the rest of
Take care. Go to sleep. Bye. Go to sleep, as Bethany said in Scary Island. All right, let's get to some more callers, guys. Alex, I'm going to bring you up next for a short and shady comment. What's going on, Alex?
Hello, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. So I'm kind of in the middle between people who really liked the season and people who did not. I'm 50-50 with it. It's not my least favorite. It's not my favorite. Okay. So it's right there in the middle. I didn't like Charisse, but I did like Jacqueline. I think she could be, I think she could be a housewife. And I am really sad that Nina's leaving. She was a real class act and she was a billionaire. She had the money.
Allegedly.
And I hate to see her leave, but I don't know. It's not going to completely destroy the show for me. Okay. It's just a little sad. And I mean, did you see the recent interview with Nene? Her saying that the ship had sailed with RHOA, that she's not coming back? Or was that an old interview?
Look, we could have told Nene that, but no, I have not seen that.
Yeah, so y'all need to stop. I know that we all want her back, but it's not happening. It's not going to happen. And I don't want Marlo to leave. She's like my second connection to Nene. She's like the second best thing to Nene is Marlo for me right now. Oh. And RHOM, I was the one who brought up about Anna to you on that Instagram live. I have been Team Anna for a while, and I think she needs to come back. Okay. I really do.
All right.
Because she dragged Leah Black. I'm sorry, she did.
All right, Alex, I'm going to have to cut you off now because we are talking exclusively about Potomac right now.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sorry. No problem, Alex. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much.
Bye. All right, B Stoke Styling, I'm going to bring you up for a short and shady comment. What's going on, B Stoke?
Hey.
Hey.
I just want to say that why are we believing? And which I'm sure I'm not, and I know you're not. But why would anyone believe Mia when she said that Wendy did anything to touch her, to want her, anything? Mia is a known liar. And then in that last scene, they're sitting up here talking about Kara's escapades. She's the one talking about, well, isn't she? So she's a prostitute now? Oh, is that what you got? Like, is that what you got out of this conversation? So that lets me know that the way that you process things are off. That's what that says to me. So I'm not going to listen to you when you tell me what happened on your drunken night with your lesbianics with Wendy and all this stuff. And I just want to know, why is it? Well, I'm just going to say this. My group of friends, I don't care how drunk I am. I want to go home to my husband. I don't want to go home to none of my friends. That's just me. Living your truth, ladies.
Oh. All right, B Stokes. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
I forgot about that part from. I was so tuned out with that whole show, and I watched it twice, y'all. I was so tuned out, but I did forget about that Mia made the whole association to prostitution, and I was like, girl, what? All right. It's me, MK. I'm going to bring you up for a short and shady comment. What's going on, MK? Hold on. Ooh, there we go. What's going on?
Hey there.
How are you?
I'm good. So I'm calling in because I am disappointed in this episode, much more so than I was with the Miami one with the handbag and the drink. Like, I thought that was like a fun, kiki, whatever. This one, with the accusation that Karen is a lady of the night, was beyond the beyonds for me. That is how I felt like this has gone way too far. And with Charisse's accusations that she's in the bathroom with a worker on her knees, whatever, I thought it was disgusting because Karen is married and she has children. And for people that are trying to associate this with what Karen said about Giselle last season, Karen said that Giselle had a hot box and she was in Sing Sing, which made no sense. Like, you could just tell that Karen was grasping at straws for a read, But this one, what Charisse said, had serious accusations and just serious implications, and I thought it was disgusting. And I feel like we're slowly veering into the darkness of Beverly Hills and how that season went and how it turned a lot of people off. And even for our Atlanta Housewives, I haven't watched since Marlo came in, because the things I've seen online about what Marlo has said, and even what she used to do to Kenya back in the day when she was a friend of, which is so disgusting that I was like, I don't want to watch it. I think this show needs a serious conversation from the top down about, hey, if it wasn't on camera, if it wasn't on a hot mic, you can't make up stuff like this because this is people's real life. And even what Mia said about Wendy, fine, Wendy's kids aren't old enough, but I'm sure they have friends who watch the show or who read things. And I can't imagine them being teased about your mom is showing off her hoo-hoo and touching other people's hoo-hoos. Like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting, And Mia has been proved time and time again that she is a liar. You tell her 2 + 2 and she'll tell you it's 10. And she believes it in her head. And I think that's actually what is a serious thing with Mia, that she needs to, find Jesus something, because the way that she twists things is very, very dangerous, and it makes it very hard to believe anything that she says. She's the girl who cries wolf. When you're actually being genuine, no one will believe you because of all the lies you said in the past. So I think Charisse and Mia need a talking to, and Giselle as well, because she admitted she's going to add some sauce, add pepper, salt, all that.
Yeah.
And you're playing with people's real lives. Wendy has an actual job, an actual marriage, actual children. Karen has older children. Like, this is serious, And even if Karen has an open relationship, that is her business for her to choose when to divulge if she wants to. Yeah. And then I'll just end it with this. Charisse just showed herself with her true colors that she's not a true friend. Because even if Karen was blowing up backs in bathrooms, why are you telling people this? And on camera. That is the kind of secret, even if we're no longer friends, I will take with me. And I'll just know these things about you. But I'll never tell them out loud.
Well, you're a loyal friend, unlike her.
I am. You will know that I know that I know that you know.
Oh.
But I will not tell on you. And that is why I believe Karen said that Charisse is a homewrecker, because these stuff that you're spewing, you're ruining people's homes. Because what if Ray didn't know about this? Poor Ray is going to be like, wait, you did what? Where? To who?
All right.
That's it.
MK,
Bye.
thank you for calling in. Speaking of Ray, that commentary from Mia on Ray being old when Gordon and Ray look about the same age. Even though I think Gordon is maybe like 10 years younger than Ray. Talking about how, he can be... Oh, Karen, I hope you come for Mia. Look, I hope you come for Mia. Because Mia, you of all people need to be quiet when you're talking about dating an older man. Judgy Justice, I'm going to bring you up for a short and shady comment. What's going on, Judgy Justice?
Hey, how are you?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I'll just make mine really, really quick because I think a lot of things have been said already. I'm not going to repeat a lot of people. My opinion is Robin's identity is wrapped up in being Mrs. Dixon. You have to remember again that they've known each other since they were high schoolers. They've been dating. They went to prom together, went to the same college together, were college sweethearts, high school sweethearts. She is ragged up in being Mrs. Dixon and doesn't want to go back to being Miss Bragg, which is her maiden name. And also, we have to also think about the way Juan treats the people around them is might be, because again I'm making assumptions, could be a reflection on the way he feels about his own family, because we've never heard of anything of Juan's parents since unfortunately he had to go live with Robin's family. And I think that would cause a lot of resentment, even as big as a player, as a big, of a person as he's become. He still doesn't have maybe something that's important to him, and that might be approval from his mommy or daddy. And also Robin, I think Robin was so used to us laughing at her that she didn't even realize that Wendy could just be laughing at the situation and what's dispersing at the table because she's so used to being the butt of the joke.
Oh, damn.
It's okay sometimes. You don't have to be the butt of the joke. That's why she's confused to hear that anyone's happy for her. Bye.
Bye, Judgy Justice. Wow. The callers are always on fire, guys. The callers are always on fire. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in super chats. Matter of fact, we have a couple of super chats that I did not get to. Lynette, thank you so much for the super chat. Lynette says Robin was trying to be a basketball wife. Oh, woo, 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 Robin. That didn't turn out great for her, huh? The Rebel Sunflower, thank you so much for the super chat. The Rebel Sunflower says, Giselle looked great. Charisse looked like a chaperone. Robin and the shoulder pads. Y'all are hilarious, okay? Hilarious. I just want to let you guys know how hilarious you really are. All right, guys, we have how many people in the building? We have over 2,400 people in the building watching on YouTube, watching on TikTok. We have people watching on Facebook, TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. We appreciate you all. And those that are watching on Twitch and Twitter, we appreciate you guys being here as well. We cannot do the show without you guys. Be sure to like us. Be sure to keep spreading the word about what we're doing on multiple platforms. Thank you to our sponsors of this video, Atlas VPN. More information is available on how you can get Atlas VPN. I used it while I was in Denmark, and it was a great help. A great help, because you still wanted me to watch the shows and talk about the shows while I was abroad. And that's how I did it. My Atlas VPN. More information is available in the description. Thank you all for being here. Thank you to anyone that sent in a super chat. Shout out to the members of the channel for helping us keep the lights on here in the building. And of course, thank you to the King's Guards, aka our mods. We could not do this without them. So be sure to say thank you to the mods as well, guys. Let's get out of here with some music. I will see you guys tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. PST for our Tuesday takeover. We're going to talk about family karma. We're going to talk about 90 Day Fiance the other way. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone on TikTok sending in the gifts. And also thank you to, we're also going to cover some more pop culture and reality TV news tomorrow. We have to unpack what happened in Morocco. We have to talk about what's happening with Roni. All of that we will be uncovering on Tuesday Takeover tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. PST. Everyone have a great rest of your evening. I gotta go make me something to eat. Y'all know I'm hungry by now. All right. Thank you to everyone for being here. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye, y'all. Let's continue. Next week is the season finale. Season finale of RHOP. And then we have the reunion, and then it's done. But Atlanta's coming. Atlanta's coming. Yay! Be sure to check out the update that we posted over the weekend in regards to Atlanta and the tea that's coming out. They just wrapped their season, but we might have some new people in the mix. Be sure to check out all of what you may have missed on the channel. See you guys later. Have a great rest of your evening. What song do I want to play? Oh, we haven't played this in a while. Oh, wait. Here we go.
Walking like a G G, sipping Hennessy, President Suite, looking like a young Barack Obama. Skipping to the beat, giving hella heat. I'ma need a seat just to count up all these dots and commas. I think it's evident I'm the better man, I'm the jam. I'ma have you crushing like a four-wheel monster. Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor, I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow me, lead it, just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool. Pick that chin up off the ground and flash that smile for me. Put some pep up in that step, it's going down shortly. Got so much weight up on my shoulders, all this jewelry on me. I wear my shades inside cause I go blind just looking down. Looking like the man sipping Chardonnay on the balcony, looking like a young Elvis Presley. I've been overseas, I've been underneath, I ain't never seen nothing like a prison 12 o'clock. I don't know nobody looking like that, I don't know nobody looking like that. I don't know nobody looking like that, I don't know nobody looking like that. Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor, I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got